So listen, the last class we discussed about what is the definition of chemical bond, types of bonds also we discussed. Definition of chemical bond condition. Already you know, either atoms or molecules or ions to attain stable. So it's going to combining. It is going to hold or it's going to bind together to form chemical bond. So chemical bond nothing but main either can take atoms or molecules. So binds together, combined together. That you can take. So listen here definition once again. I will repeat that one. Yes. So in an attractive force it holds various atoms or molecules or ions together in different species. That you can say chemical bond. Chemical bond further it was classified into two types. So depends on bonding. So there are two types will be there. One is strong bond. Next one is weak bond. Strong bond condition we have ionic bond, covalent bond, covalent bond we have. But weak bond condition dipole forces, van der Waals forces will be there. The hydrogen bonding also is there. So in this chapter maximum they discussing about bonds like strong bonds and weak bonds. That was explanation will be there. After then cause of chemical combination. What is the reason? To acquire a state of minimum energy and maximum stable. Nothing but maintain stable purpose, stability. Next one is to convert atoms into molecule to acquire stable noble gas configuration. To acquire, but to convert into atoms into molecule. So already you people know very well atoms will be unstable except noble gas elements. Remaining every metal and non-metal is unstable. To attain stability purpose, it's going to combining, it's going to binding to form bond. Next one, we discussed about Lewis theory and octet rule and limitations of octet rule also it is there. It was failed to explain of stability of incomplete octet will be given. Next one is it is failed to explain stability of extended octet. Incomplete octet, extended octet is given. Next one is it was failure to explain odd number of electrons. This failure to explain odd number of electrons you can take. Next one, it is failed to explain duplet structure of hydrogen atom, and it is failed to explain transition metals like cations and anions. Also, it was not explained. These all points you can take. So important question: what is the define the octet rule and write the limitations of octet rule. So one question chances will be there depends on the this topic. Next one is today's class I will discuss about how to draw the drawing Louis structures and polyatomic species. So they will give the one molecule they will give, otherwise one atom they will give polyatomic. Then how you can draw the structure. So listen, we have some rules. First to calculate the n1 value, then calculate n2 value. What is the meaning of n1? Total valency electrons. Total valency electrons of all the atoms, the species, net charge on the species for anion. Electrons are added, and for cation, electrons are subtracted. So it will be confused, ma. Wait, I will tell you one shortcut explanation. Yes. So listen here. N1 nothing but total valency electrons of all the atoms of the species, nothing but compound containing. So whatever valence electrons you can write down. So net charge on the species for anion, otherwise the electrons added for the cation. An anion condition, yes, what will do, and cation condition, what is there? Cation nothing but positive charge, anion nothing but negative charge. That you can take. Then calculated the N2. N2 nothing but 8 into number of atoms other than hydrogen. Other than hydrogen. So whatever atoms will be there, 8 into number of other atoms other than hydrogen. Next plus N in 2 into number of hydrogen atoms. 2 into number of hydrogen atoms you can take. Subtract N1 from N2, which gives M3. So N3 nothing but N2 minus N1. Already you know what is the meaning of N1, what is the meaning of N2. So N3 nothing but N2 minus N1 you can take. Yes. Subtracting N3 from N1 gives N4 also. The number of electrons shared between atoms, it is equal to number of bonding electrons also you can take. Subtracting N3 from N1 gives N4. Subtracting N3 from N1 gives N4. So N4 nothing but N1 minus N3. Yes. Please, those are having notebook. So these points alone you can write down. Important concept. So they will give the one compound. You can draw the structure. How we can draw the structure? Okay, na? We have some rules will be there. Depending on the rules, we will write the draw the structure. Okay, na? Yes. Again, I will repeat those points. Just 1 minute. I will open Akash wall. Akash book is nicely given, that one. Just 1 minute. It was loading. Yes, we open, no problem. Yes. So for writing chemical structure, for drawing the structure condition, you can follow these rules. You can follow. So these rules alone. Once again, wait. So in chemical bonding structure, how many lone pairs will be there? How many bond pairs will be there? These all points will be important. With the help of those things only, we are drawing the structure. So valence electrons also important. So how many valence electrons will be there? Those all things also you can check it. Just wait. It was still it was loading. Okay. Okay. Until you can check it. You know what is the meaning of N1, N2, N3, N4? N1 nothing but valency electrons. Main you can remember total valency electrons of the N2 nothing but N2 nothing but 8 into number of atoms other than hydrogen. Number of atoms 8 into other than atoms, other than hydrogen atoms you can take. Then calculate the N2 condition, 8 into number of hydrogen other than hydrogen atoms plus 2 into number of hydrogen atoms. Nothing but what they given means other than hydrogen condition, you can multiple with 8. When hydrogen is there, multiple with 2. Hydrogen condition multiple with 2. Other than hydrogen condition, multiple with 8 you can take. Okay, that only they given. See, N2 nothing but 8 into number of atoms other than hydrogen plus 2 into number of hydrogen atoms plus 2 into number of hydrogen atoms you can take. Okay, na? Yes. Next N3 condition, subtracting N2 minus N1 you can take. N2 minus N1 you can take. Next one is N3 condition. N2 minus N1 you can take. When N4 condition, when N4 condition, you can take N3 minus N1 is there. N3 minus N1. Okay na? Yes. You can check it even Akash book also same thing is given. For understanding, I will open another book also. Yes, you can follow this also. It will be given clearly. So listen here. Lewis representation of simple molecule like the structures. How we can draw the structures? How we can draw the structures? You can check it. So here, me first one is calculate the total number of electrons. Calculate the total number of valence electrons on it. Okay na? Next one is this given. Quote, calculate the total number of electrons. That is represented T can take. Okay na? Please, those are having notebooks. These rules you can make it better because of this one. Not there in our NCERT book ma. Please make it. Next one is calculate the total number of valence electrons V. Okay na? Next one. From the knowledge of T and V, calculate the number of shared electrons by using the relation S equal to T minus V. Yes. So nothing but T, nothing but you can take N1, total number of electrons, N1. Okay na? V nothing but N2, like that you can take. V nothing but N2, like that. Otherwise you can take this is N2, you can take this is N1, you can take. No problem, both are the same only. Then N3 nothing but N2 minus N1 is the same thing. Here T minus V they given. Okay na? Next one is calculate the N4, nothing but U nothing but V minus S. So these all points will be there. So you can identify what is the T, what is the V, what is the S, what is the U. This also it will be easy letters. T, V, S, U. T nothing but total number of electrons. V nothing but valence electrons. S nothing but shared electrons. U nothing but unshared electrons. So it will be easily understand. It depends on letter. So you'll confuse about N1, N2, N3, N4. So there will confusion is there, but here no confusion about it. They given clearly. T nothing but total number of electrons. T total. V valency. S shared. U unshared. U un. Understand? Yes. Now we'll see some examples. You can understand. First one is calculate the total number of electrons by assuming the octet. Duplet in the case of hydrogen. Hydrogen condition you can take 2. Other than hydrogen condition you can take 8. That only we said. That is N2 we said. Yes, this is N2 correctly. N1 nothing but valence electrons will be there. Okay na? Yes. Calculate the number of electrons T by assuming the octet of each combining atoms. For example, look at here. CO is there. Carbon and hydrogen is there. Carbon nothing but you can take 8. Hydrogen nothing but 8. Sorry, oxygen nothing but 8. Hydrogen nothing but you can take 2. So look at here NH4 condition. They're taking 2. Please concentrate more and more. Very, very important. Other than hydrogen condition, you can take what? How many numbers will be there? For example, 8 into number of atoms other than hydrogen. So 1 is the carbon, you can write 1. C1 is about 2 atoms, nothing but 2. 8 into 2, you can get 16. That only they give. Hydrogen condition, 2 into number of hydrogen atoms. 2 into number of hydrogen atoms. 8 into other than hydrogen. Other than hydrogen. So those rules you can follow. Next one is second condition. Calculate the number of valence electrons for all the combining atoms. For example, while calculating V for polyatomic ions, anion condition, add the number of unit negative charges to the total number of valence electrons. To the total number of valence electrons they can take. Otherwise, with the given cation condition, subtract the number of units of positive charge ions. So anion condition, what they are doing? Adding, addition, anion, negative sign. Negative nothing but gain of electrons. Positive sign, that is cation, there will be loss of electron. That's why they are doing subtract. Be careful. Cation is given, anion is given. Look at it here. NH4 plus is given. plus nothing but cation. So what we can do? We can do the subtract. Negative condition CO3 minus 2 is the anion condition going to addition. So look at here. Already telupu of total number of electrons we done, like total number of valence electrons. Carbon containing 4 valence electrons. Yes. So valence electrons for the 3 oxygen atoms also there. Each oxygen containing 6. So CO3 minus 2 condition. CO3 minus 2 condition. 1 carbon is that is 4, 3 oxygens. So 3 into 6, 18. Minus 2 charges. Minus 2 nothing but gain of electrons. Plus 2 is the total. We have 24 electrons, valence electrons. Otherwise, they given positive is given. Look at here. NH4 condition. Nitrogen 5 valence electrons. Hydrogen, each hydrogen 1, total 4 hydrogens will be there. 4 will be there. Next one is the plus charge is there. Plus meaning is loss of electrons. Minus 1 you can put. Total we have 8. Okay na? So you know how to calculate total electrons. You know how to calculate valence electrons. Any doubt is until that? If you know these two things, then 70% concept will be over. So how to calculate total number of electrons? How to calculate valence electrons? These two things will be very, very important. The next point is, if you know T, if you know V, then you can do S equal to T minus V. S equal to T minus V. T nothing but total number of electrons. V nothing but valence electrons. Then CO condition we can do 16 minus 10, 6 you can get. CO3 minus 2 condition 32 minus 24 you can get 8. NH4 condition 16 minus 8 nothing but you can get 8. Clear? Yes. Next one, this is only N3. N3 nothing but N2 minus N1. N3 nothing but N2 minus N1. N2 nothing but total number of electrons. N1 nothing but valence electrons. Don't confuse. Both also same only. Next one I am doing N4. N4 condition. What you can do? Nothing but U. So then you can do the N1 minus N3. So V is valence electrons, S is shared electrons. So 10 minus 6, nothing but 4 you can getting. Like that you can do. Clear? Yes. Now you can see the structures, how we can draw the structure. How we can draw the structure. Okay na? Yes. So they given total 3 compounds will be given. That is CO, CO3 minus 2, then NH4 plus is given. CO, yes. CO is there, and CO3 minus 2 is given, then NH4 plus also given. NH4 plus, like that you can write down. Okay na? Yes. Then you can separate 5 columns you can draw. Total you can draw 5 columns for understanding purpose only. Column 1 T, column 2 V, column 3 S, column 4 U, column 5 the structure you can draw. Louis structure. Okay na? Yes. T nothing but total number of electrons. So CO condition, how many electrons will be there? Total number of electrons will be 16 because of carbon and oxygen. Carbon oxygen will be other than hydrogen only. Those condition multiple with 2. So 2 into 8, nothing but you can get a 16. CO condition 16. CO3 minus 2 condition, carbon and oxygen. Total 4 atoms will be there. 1 carbon, 3 oxygen. So 4 into 8. So 480. Okay, now how much will be there? 480, nothing but you can take 32 you can take. That only they given 32. So you can draw the 32. You can write 32. The next step is NH4 condition. Nitrogen 8, hydrogen 2. 4 hydrogens 8. So 8 plus 8. You can write down 16. Even NH4 plus condition also 16. Because of 1 nitrogen will be 8. 4 hydrogens will be the 4 into 2, 8. Total nothing but 16. That's why we given 16, 32, 16. Okay na? The next step was V nothing but valence electrons. V nothing but valence electrons. You can check it. So here valence electron condition. Carbon containing carbon. What is the valence number of electrons? So already you studied in a periodic classification lesson. So carbon containing valence electrons will be 4. Oxygen 6. So 4 plus 6, 10. Okay na? Yes. Next condition. Same thing. Carbon is 4. Yes. Oxygen will be 6. Because of here minus 2 charges, nothing but total 24 you can get. Sorry, 24 you can get. So here 24 valence electrons will be there. Next condition, NH4 plus condition. Nitrogen will be 5 valence electrons. Hydrogen will be 1. Total 4 hydrogens will be there. 4 plus meaning is minus. So 5 plus 4 plus minus 1. Nothing but total 8. Okay na? Then S condition, what you can do? T minus V. Nothing but 16 minus 10. You can get 6. 32 minus 24. 32 minus 24. You can get 8. You can get 16 minus 8. So again you can get 8. Okay na? Yes. So what is the meaning of T? What is the meaning of V? What is the meaning of S? S nothing but shared pair of shared electrons. Next one is U, unshared electrons. Unshared electrons. U nothing but unshared electrons. You can get here 4, then 16, then 0. Because of here V minus S. Okay na? Yes. Now look at here. CO condition. How many electrons will be going to share? 6 electrons will be going to share. 4 will be unshared. Understood? If you know this is how many shared, how many unshared, you can try easily. Carbon and oxygen will be there. Carbon surrounding will be, we have 4 electrons. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay na? Yes. Oxygen surrounding will be, how many electrons will be there? 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is there. What is the question they given? 6 electrons will be going to share. So 1 shared electron, 2, 3. Okay na? Yes. 4 electrons will be going to unshared. 4 electrons will be going to unshared. Yes, here 3 will be there, here 2 will be there. Like that. Otherwise, here 1 is day 2 bond is there. 1 is day 2 bond is there. Like that you can check it the structure. CO condition. Yes. Yes. So carbon and oxygen condition. So how many electrons going to sharing? So 1, 2, 3. 6 electrons will be going to share. Remaining will be unshared electrons will be there. Remaining is unshared. Lone pair of electrons. Unshared nothing but lone pair of electrons. Like that. So you can draw the structure. The next step also. CO3 minus 2 condition also. So 8 electrons going to sharing. 16 electrons will be unshared. So CO3 minus 2 condition. Look at here. CO3 minus 2 condition. Total 8 electrons will be going to sharing. Nothing but share, nothing but bond pair. Sharing of nothing but form a covalent bond. It is given. Total how many electrons will be sharing? Here 4 electrons. Here 4. Total 8 electrons will be there. Oxygen condition we have unpaired electrons will be there. That is the lone pair of electrons. Okay na? That is the unshared electrons. Unshared electrons you can say otherwise lone pair of electrons. Even NH4 plus condition also. So 8 total 8 bond pairs will be there. 0, yes, unshared electrons. 8 bond pair condition. Total 4 hydrogens will be there. So here 1, remaining will be, yes, like that. Total 4 hydrogens will be there. Each hydrogen containing, yes, one pair is there. Like one bond is there. So one bond formation required 2 electrons. Single bond condition 2 electrons. Double bond condition 4 electrons. Triple bond condition 6 electrons. Like that you can take. Okay na? Yes. About this is the structure. Okay na? Yes. Next concept you can check it. Next concept we'll discuss. So you can remember main thing is what is the T, V, U, S. So this is valence electrons will be nothing but you can take V. So this is V. This is the T. This is S. S nothing but T minus V. This is U. Same thing only. Okay na? Yes. Next concept you can listen. So classification of bonds like strong bonds and weak bonds we discussed yesterday topic. Yes, today we'll discuss about ionic or electrovalent bond. Here bonds will be there. This today I will discuss about what is the meaning of ionic bond. Ionic bond, one more name is electrovalent bond. So ionic bond is formed by transference of electron from electropositive atom. Transference of electrons from electropositive atom to electronegative atom. So atom losing electrons became cation, while the atom gaining electrons became anion. So losing electrons became cation, gaining electrons became anion. So electropositive atom, so loss of electrons. Electronegative atom gains electrons. So it will be yes, positive atom nothing but loss of electrons, negative atom nothing but gain of electrons. So ionic bond is formed by transference of electrons from electropositive atom, otherwise electronegative atom. So one is electropositive atom and next one is electronegative atom. Between bond formation is there. So electropositive means loss of electrons, electronegative means gain of electrons. So the electrostatic force of attraction, holding the positively charged ions is called electrovalent bond, otherwise ionic bond. So nothing but here holding, nothing but going to binding. The electrostatic force of attractions holding the oppositely charged ions is called electrovalent bond, otherwise ionic bond. You can take. Definition important. Now listen, example 1A and 7A group elements form maximum ionic compound. So sodium you can take. Already you people studied this topic in class 10th standard. So what is the meaning of ionic bond? Conditions for the properties of ionic bond. So ionic compounds will be brittle, having high melting and boiling points. Ionic compounds will be soluble in water. Those all features you studied in class 10th standard. Yes or no? You people know already. So ionic compounds, there will be transfer of electrons. Example, we have NaCl and MgCl2 is there. So here Na condition 2, 8, 1 is there. Chlorine condition 2, 8, 7 is there. So one electron going to transfer. One electron going to transfer is there. So here transfer of electrons. So more the distance between two elements in the periodic table, more will be the ionic character of bond. Listen carefully. More the distance between two elements in the periodic table, more will be the ionic character. That's why 1A and 7A group elements, 1A and 7A between, we have more distance. That's why it will be more ionic compound. Total number of electrons lose or gained by atom during the force of ionic bond is called electrovalent bond. Electrovalency. You can take. Next one is total number of electron condition. Total number of electrons lose or gained by atom during the formation of ionic bond. You can take. Yes. Even they give an example of MgCl2 also. 2, 8, 2, 2, 6. So to attain stability will be loss of 2 electrons. To attain stability will be gain of 2 electrons. So these 2 electrons will be transferred to chlorine. Yes, like that you can check it. Next topic is what is the conditions? Formation of ionic compound. Alright, the factors of ionic bond. What is the factors? You can check it. So in ionic compound condition, ionic bond condition, what is the factors? What is the factors? Look at here. First one is factors favoring formation of ionic bond. We have what is the atomic size, ionization potential, charge of the ion, electron configuration, electron affinity, electron negativity. These all points will be there. I will explain one point. First one is atomic size condition. Larger atoms can easily form cations. Nothing but from ionic compounds easily. Ionic compounds will be easily due to decreases in the force of attraction of the nucleus on the valence electron. So larger cations can easily form cations. That you can remember. Why? From the ionic compound condition easily due to decreases in the force of attraction of the molecule. Sorry, force of attraction of the nucleus of the valence electron. So they given order of the formation of alkali metal cations will be there. So smaller atoms can easily form anions. Smaller atoms can form easily anions. So larger atoms can easily form cations. So they given. So here larger atoms can easily form cations. Smaller atoms can form easily anions. This will be anions. This will be cations. Next one is ionization potential. Already you people know ionization potential, ionization energy. The minimum amount of energy required to remove of neutral isolated gaseous atom. So here atoms with low ionization potential can easily form cations. Can easily form cations. That is a greater tendency to form cation. So atoms with low ionization potential can easily form cations. You can take. Okay, na? Yes. Next one is charge of the ion. Cations with low charge are formed more easily than the cations with high charge. So charge of the ion. Cations with low charge are formed more easily than the cations with high charge. So it will be formed easily. So you can take main cations with low charge will be formed more easily than cations with high charge. Next one is electronic configuration. So cations with inert gas configuration are formed more easily than cations with pseudo inert gas configuration. Like you can take 18 electrons. So Ca plus 2 ion condition 2,8 is there formed easily than Zn plus 2. So nothing but octet configuration be easily formed comparing with the pseudo inert gas configuration that you can take. Next one is electron affinity. Otherwise, one more name is electronegativity. Atoms with a high electron affinity are able to form anions will be more easily. Atoms with high electron affinity are able to form anions will be more easily. Don't confuse about what is the meaning of electron affinity, electronegativity, ionization potential, electropositivity. These are all things we studied in a periodic classification lesson. Periodic properties or periodic trends. So atomic radius, ionization potential, electron affinity, electronegativity. These are all things we discussed in periodic classification condition. So what is the definition? What is the factors also? How it is vary? How it is differ? So ionization potential nothing but minimum amount of energy required to remove of neutral isolated gaseous atom. That is ionization potential. Electron affinity condition. There will be opposite. Electron is added, energy is released. Ionization potential condition, energy is added, electron is released. Opposite, volta. Electronegativity condition, the tendency to attract shade pair of electrons towards itself. That you can say electronegativity like that. So those things also it is taken as a factor. Next one. Example, halogens possess high electron affinity. So the formation of their ions will be very common. Charge of the ions. Anions with low charge are formed more easily than the anions with high charge. Next, finally, you can take lattice energy. So here, lattice energy nothing but amount of energy released when 1 mole of crystal product is formed from gaseous reactants. So amount of energy released when 1 mole of crystal product is formed gaseous reactant. Otherwise, amount of energy is absorbed and 1 mole of ionic crystal is dissociated into gaseous reactants. So it is converted into gases. So 1 mole amount of energy will be absorbed to convert into gaseous reactants from gaseous reactants. So where to where? Ionic crystal to gases. So it will be there. The Born-Haber cycle also there. What is factors affecting lattice energy? So magnitude of charge you can take, otherwise the high lattice energy, greater stability of ionic compound. So how it was there depends on the size of cation and lattice energy also they given. So when size of cation increases, lattice energy will be decreases. When size of anion will be increases, yes, lattice energy will be increases, size of cation will be decreases. So size of cation is inversely proportional to lattice energy. So cation in size will be increases, lattice energy will be decreases. Other cations will be decreases, lattice energy will be increases. You can take it. Okay, na? Yes. Now, next topic is properties of ionic compound. Properties of ionic compound. So, definition of ionic compound, factors of ionic compound, properties of ionic compound. Okay, na? Yes. So, properties of ionic compound. Already you people studied in class 10th standard. Same thing only. They are hard. Ionic compounds are hard, crystal, and brittle in solid due to strong electrostatic force of attraction. Due to strong electrostatic force of attraction. Okay, na? Yes. It will be given how it was there with respect to attraction, with respect to repulsions also. So they are hard, crystal, brittle due to strong electrostatic force of attraction. Next one is ionic compounds are isomorphous. Isomorphous nothing but they have same number of electrons. Iso meaning is same number of electrons. Similar configuration of their cations and anions with same crystal structure. For example, Na plus and F minus, Mg plus 2, O minus 2. Everything containing same number of valence electrons, 2,8, 2,8 like will be there. So what I am saying here, ionic compounds are isomorphous, but they have the same number of electrons. But iso electrons only. But here, similar configuration of their cations. Someone, wait. Replacements will be there.
Mahir.
Okay, na? So there, isomorphous compounds having okay. So boiling point and melting point can check it. Boiling point and melting points. So they have high melting and boiling points. They have high melting and boiling points. You can take due to again. Okay, fine. They have high melting and boiling point due to strong electrostatic force of attraction. Strong electrostatic force of attraction given due to strong electrostatic force of attraction among oppositely charged ions. So conductivity condition depends on ionic mobility. So in solid state, number of free ions, bad conductor of electricity, and in fused state or gaseous state also, so aqueous state also, due to free ions, good conductor. Okay, na? In solid state condition, uh, bad conductor of electricity. In aqueous state condition, good conductor of electricity. Okay, na? Depends on the ionic mobility. So solid state condition, bad conductor, and fused state or aqueous state condition, good conductor. Depends on the ionic mobility. Next one is solid state conductivity order. Which one having more? So aqueous solution having high. After then fused state, after then solid state can take. Next one is reactivity condition. Ionic compounds undergo ionic reactions which have a very high reactions rate. Very high reaction rates also there. Next one is they do not exhibit isomerism due to non-directional nature of the polar bond present in these compounds. They do not exhibit isomerism due to non-directional nature. Next one is solubility condition. Highly soluble in water with a high value of dielectron electric constant, but insoluble in non-polar solvent due to low electric constant. The stability of ionic compounds decreases with increasing in the covalent character of ionic compounds. So about what is the solubility, what is the reactivity, what is the conductance, like that all points will be there. What is the physical state, that all things. So these all points is there. So very important question. Yes. Next, heat of hydration, then lattice energy also we can check it. Okay na? Just will see our NCERT book. So what is there? So chemical bonding lesson. Starting class we discussed about what is the definition of chemical bond and Lewis Koshel approach, how it was forming bond formation, Lewis structures, and octet rule, what is the significance, covalent bonding, types of covalent bonds also we discussed. Next, Lewis structures also we discussed just now. Then we discussed about ionic compound we discussed. So one more concept is that is the formal charge. This topic alone I will teach, after then we stop today. Okay na? Yeah. One topic, small topic. Listen here. What is the meaning of formal charge? What is the meaning of formal charge? So formal charge condition. This is the yes drawback. Okay. Formal charge alone I will discuss once again. Listen here. Lewis structure in general do not represent actual shape of molecule. So the dot structure condition do not represent the actual shape of the molecule. In case of polyatomic ions, the net charge will be possessed by the ions as a whole and not by particular atom. So it is possible, however, feasible to assign formal charge on each atom. The formal charge of an atom in a polyatomic molecule or ion may be defined as the difference between the number of valence electrons of the atom in an isolated, otherwise free stated, and the number of electrons assigned to the atom, the Lewis structure. Yes. So it is expressed as formal charge, but Fc is equal to total number of electrons. So total number of valence electrons in the free atom minus total number of non-bonding electrons. That is lone pair of electrons minus total number of bonding, nothing but shared electrons. So total number of valence electrons, total number of lone pair, nothing but unshared electrons, shared electrons, nothing but Fc formal charge equal to. So you can take V minus V nothing but total number of valence electrons minus U we can take U nothing but unshared electrons. Then 1/2 into S we can take S nothing but shared electrons. Clear? This is the formula. V nothing but valence electrons, U nothing but lone pair of electrons, nothing but unshared electrons only. Then S nothing but shared electrons, nothing but bond pair electrons. This is bonding. Bonding, non-bonding. Non-bonding is unshared. That is a lone pair of electrons. LP you can say. This is BP. BP nothing but bond pairing electrons. Okay, now this is the formula. Now you can check it on an example. Important question. The counting is based on the assumption. Counting is based on the assumption that atom, the molecule, owns one electron of each shared pair of and both the electrons of lone pair of electrons. let us consider. You can see the O3 molecule. The Lewis structure of O3 may be drawn. How we can see? The O3 condition, oxygen should be there. The atoms have been numbered as 1, 2 and 3. The formal charge. Listen here. The central atom, what you can take? Oxygen atom you can take. Central atom is oxygen atom. We have ended atoms should be there. Terminal atoms. They given total we have 3 oxygen atoms. They given numbers A, B, 1, 2, 3 can take. 1 is central atom, 2 and 3 is neighboring atoms you can take, surrounding atoms. So the central atom oxygen marked as a 1 and end atom 2 and marked is 3 is given. So what is the formal charge condition? Total number of valence electrons. Then minus U, nothing but unshared electrons, minus 1/2 into S. S nothing but shared electrons. You can apply this formula, you can calculate. So what is the use of formal charge? So it will be identify each atom what is the charge. Okay, na? Single atom also what is the charge. Generally O3 is molecule, charge is 0 overall, but you can see the O3 condition 3 oxygens will be there. What is the each element? What is the charge? Each oxygen what is the charge? Like that. Okay, na? Even HNO3 is the nitric acid 0, but each hydrogen, each nitrogen, each oxygen what is the charge? So individual atoms charge of each atom. So formal charge means here. So here what is given? So it may be defined as difference between the number of valence electrons of the atom in an isolated and the number of electrons assigned to that atom in the Lewis structure while drawing the Lewis structure. So here look at here, this is Lewis structure. The Lewis structure condition. So each atom, what is the shared pair of electron? What is the unshared electron? So connectivity is there. If you drawing Lewis dot structure, it will be fully wrong. If you don't know Lewis dot structure, it was fully wrong. If you know Lewis dot structure, then you can identify easily formal charge. Okay, na? Formal charge condition V minus U minus 1/2 into S.